Hey there, Shooby-Doodlers. I want to tell you about advice. Advice is cheap, and if you're not paying for it, it can often not be good advice. I had an email over the weekend which got me thinking. The person who sent it doesn't want to be identified, so I'll just call them M. They were busy getting their portfolio together to start applying for college to do graphic design. And along the way, they had the opportunity to go and speak to a professional to show them their work and get some advice. And that person kind of criticised their work and totally depressed them and put them off the whole idea of going to college altogether. And they went off to do something else and kind of just put a pin right in their balloon and deflated them. And now, sometime later, they want still trying to draw, and they just feel really depressed about the whole thing and can't get excited, and it's kind of all gone, which is a real shame. The thing about advice, I'm giving you advice now, of course, for free. The thing about advice is you have to look at where it's coming from. If you're paying good money for advice, then you want to make sure that the person you're paying is being impartial and really giving you good advice. Otherwise, advice is the cheapest thing in the world. You always have to look at the person who is giving you the advice. What kind of a day have they had? Did they get up on the right side of the bed? Is their wife giving them a hard time? Is their mother giving them a hard time? Are they just about to lose their job? Are they jealous of your youth and your potential? You know, maybe they're bitter and twisted because they didn't actually achieve what they always hoped to have done, and they see you sort of following their dreams, and so something in them makes them just be bitter and say things you don't want to hear. If you watch the TV these days, you'll watch endless talent shows, and it's be easy to get the impression that the way to get ahead and to be a superstar in anything is just to be plucked out of the audience, put on stage, and someone will turn you into a star. Well, it just doesn't happen like that. All those talent shows are lies. And the people that you see who appear to just get up out of nowhere, in fact, have been practicing since they were about 3 years old. And this is their time and this is their moment. But the TV programme has to tell a story to make it appear like they've come out of nowhere. Very occasionally it does happen that somebody has a natural talent which just appears on the television. But those people very often get chewed up and spat out and end up living very sad, lonely lives. If you want to get anywhere in life, in anything, you have to work at it. You have to practice, you have to practice, you have to practice. And you have to hone your skills. While you're honing your skills, you will come across many barriers. And this is what happened to M. But they fell at the first fence, which is a real shame. The first person who gave them advice popped their balloon, knocked them off their horse, pushed them in the dirt, and that was it. And M didn't get up and dust themselves down and start all over again, because that is what you have to do. And if you want to be a superstar at drawing or dance, ballet, motorcar racing, anything, you will keep coming across these barriers. And every time you hit that brick wall or somebody bursts your balloon, you've got to stick a patch over it, and you've got to just keep working. And you have to keep believing that what you are doing is right. And eventually, the rest of the world will begin to understand. It may be that you are just so far ahead, you've got to wait for everybody to catch up with you. But the real secret of success is persistence. You just have to keep pushing through these barriers, and the barriers will just keep coming up, and it's exhausting. And sometimes you will get depressed, but when you're right down there at the bottom, you just have to pick yourself up, dust yourself down, and start all over again. All those old songs that everybody sings, they sing them for a reason, because they're true. If you're giving yourself bad advice, go and watch my video about overcoming harsh self-criticism, or just go and try the mystery drawing. Either way, make sure you're subscribed, keep coming back for more drawing lessons and advice, and in the meantime, keep drawing, practice, and keep bashing down those barriers, and picking yourself up, and dusting yourself down, and starting all over again.